Hello, my friends, and welcome. A lot of you are joining us from Maggie's group, and I am so excited that we were able to join forces, and we welcome you. The replays will be available by the next day. I just, don't promise immediate satisfaction. Wait, that came out wrong. Hi, I'm Ariel. Welcome to our Thursday weekly connections. This is like coaching meets brainstorming meets talking about what's going on in your business, what's going right or wrong, how you can change things, what doesn't feel okay, what feels awesome. We like to celebrate too. So let's start off with celebrations like my kids do in their class. What are you guys celebrating this week? What is something that's happening in your business that you're like, self high five? And please don't be shy. Edie says she's about to leave the house to do errands. What? Usually, okay, it might be TMI, but like Edie's Thursday mornings are like her chill day, and she's usually just hanging out in bed, connecting with us at her leisure. But she's like up and ready to go do errands. Proud of you. That's amazing. I think that's a celebration, Edie.
I'll go. I got my entire house back together after our adoption last week. Finally have like all company that's gone and my kitchen's clean.
What?
And now I'm gonna make some samples. So
yes, yeah. I love that. Awesome. Erin, I saw you unmute.
Hi, I'm driving to the gym. Started my gym workout, so scheduled a training week. And I have my session coming up soon. So thanks for having us.
Oh, fantastic. Yay. It cut out a little bit, but what I heard was you're going to the gym, you scheduled personal training sessions, and you're awesome was the last part.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Cool. Perfect. Love that. All right. What else are we celebrating? Oh, Kaylin in the comments said celebrating 2 certified teamies this month. Congratulations. That's amazing. Always so fun to help them hit those milestones. Courtney, what are we celebrating?
Well, my team is paid at direct numbers, and we're celebrating somebody who hit sensational start at level 1.
That's amazing. And just to point out, today is September 8th. We're on the 8th day of the month, and she's already hit her numbers. That's amazing. September is like the most magical time, right? Yeah. Okay, Alyssa in the comments said she just had 6 people join her team. Fantastic. That's amazing. That's actually something we're going to be chatting about today. Katie, what are we celebrating?
My buddy drive. I'm just finalizing that and getting ready to place that order tomorrow. Every day is the day I think I'm going to order, and I've had people continually reach out, which means a lot to me because I've shared with most of you that this one was really personal, that not only is it going to the children's hospital, but it is going to the clinic of the disease of which I have. So it's very, very personal. It's very cool. I open up my email every day and it's getting flooded with the encouragement notes to include in the box for these kids. And it has just really opened up my eyes to so much more about, we always say it's more than wax and warmers, but when you start to really dive in and do things that are outside your comfort zone, things that really start to make placement in your life that like plants a seed of something that's so much greater, and you start to see how it's blooming. It's just really made me step back this week and have such gratitude for this company and what we can do with it, because my family and I, we get to go to the clinic to deliver them. And I'm so excited. I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm feeling like it is writing the surface every day. So I'm really thankful for that.
Oh, so freaking cool. Oh, thank you for sharing. I cannot wait to see the pictures of the delivery and the notes. I think that's one of the coolest parts, that you're incorporating those notes of encouragement. I think that's really special.
It's coming from other adult survivors too, which I think is just the biggest moment of where things started clicking for me, where I was like, this is literally going from the hands of people, adults who've gone through it, to the babes who are right now going through it, the hardest parts. And so that like phenomenon, if you will, is just not lost on me, that it's going from hand to hand. And it's neat how this can start to make a ripple effect, right? Like who knows what they will do later. But it would be amazing if that ripple just continues. Like what would the world look like, right, if there were more ripples? So hopefully this starts like a little something, because it's been incredible for me. So
Oh, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the update. Brandy, what are we celebrating?
I got all my mail out before like the 20th of the month.
Yes, you did.
That was a big thing. That was one of the biggest. I was always so slacking on getting my mail out. So, and it's already gotten some returns. People are wanting gimme candy. So we got orders going in, and I'm actually ahead of the game this month.
I'm a ding dong. I forgot the scent of the month name was Gimme Candy. And I was like, why are people wanting to give you candy?
I'm just now doing my samples of that. So you've already beaten me, Brandy. You're ahead of me this month because I'm slacking big time.
Yeah, but look what you did. You got a new baby.
Look what you
Yeah,
did.
that's why
Wow,
I'm slacking, but still I got to get it together.
And
This
then,
is the first month it's been out before at least the 15th. So I'm very proud.
I mean, that's impressive. Air 5? Edie said in the comments that she is celebrating that she solved the post scheduling concerns on Facebook. She was having issues because, there's an update and it's like, I'm going to change again, because that's what it does, right? So Edie was having some like thoughts over that. And so, yay, I'm glad that you solved that problem. Hey, welcome, Rachel. We're starting off with celebrations. So is there anything this week that you're like celebrating and excited for in general?
I just got my car shipped here. So
Yay.
now I have my car and I can go wherever I want.
Yes, that's a very big deal. I love that.
Hi, everyone. Okay.
I don't know what I want to celebrate this week. It's been like a wild ride the last couple weeks. I feel like we're only at the 8th, right? But I'm going to shout out my PRV. I have already got like 2,600 PRV this month. So I'm really freaking proud of myself for that. So that allows me the opportunity now to then shift my focus to this incredible join special, right? Because $22 to join, to start your own business. And how much is that warmer normally? $35? Like, what an incredible deal. Oh, Erin, I saw you on video for a sec.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I had a dream last night that I was like offering $22 to everyone, like $22. So maybe that's my premonition that I need to invite more people.
You're going to manifest that today.
Exactly. And
I'm
I'm very impressed with that mailing. That's one of my areas of growth that I need to get out my stuff earlier. I keep waiting to put one more thing in, but I haven't even started. So Maggie, I will do samples this afternoon. You have inspired me. Thank you.
I love that. And I just looked in the catalog. It's a $30 warmer, not $35. So I know my products. It's fine.
Well, Lacey said that this is the first time we've ever done a like $15 or $20 join special, whatever, with a full size warmer. So, I mean, it's a huge deal. I mean, our kits are always a good deal. Like they're always worth more than what people pay for them. But this is like a really, really good deal for September, especially. They can join now before Hocus Pocus comes on Monday.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, we still have a ton of product left over from Harvest, like not leftover.
Ready to buy.
Yes. I mean, Dan said like our inventory is just super healthy.
Yes.
Because it's all spread out. There's not one product necessarily that people are buying. Like, I mean, yesterday during the SSD call, he gave us the top 10 and I forgot to write them down. I don't know if you wrote them down, Ariel. I forgot to write them down. But he said that the percentages is well spread out. Like there's not one product that we are in danger of selling out or anything like that. So that's really encouraging that we can still continue pushing. Cause I know in the past, over the last couple of years with hypergrowth, with quick sellouts, I know I've been kind of gun shy to overshare a certain product because then you have people that want it and then they can't get it, or they have to do a second chance or whatever. So, I know all my Harvest stuff that I ordered is coming today. And so I'm going to just start sharing the heck out of it because there's plenty of product for us to sell. We can continue selling. Oh,
I just saw it in the call notes. I remember
Beautiful.
as you said that. So yeah, those are like
Look at
Maggie and those are the top sellers right now. But he said they're all within like 1,000 units or something of being of how many numbers were sold of all of them. I thought far and away like Harry Potter, because maybe it's because I'm just absorbed in the universe. I thought that would be like number one by a landslide, and it's not, and that's fine. Because that means that I can connect with more fans and sell more things, right? So that's a pretty rad insight to our harvest collection.
I had a question about Hocus Pocus. So I have the opposite. I had a list of 6 people who were like, I can't wait to see it. And all 6 of them have now said no. They're not interested in getting it. And I'm like, huh? So I was wondering if anyone else had the once it was out in price and everything, which I was really surprised.
Is it the price that they don't like, or?
Well, and I didn't push too much. Like one person's like, oh, you know what? I'm good on Halloween warmers. And well, I just got the Jack Skeleton one. That'll be fine. And then someone did say price. Like, oh, I had something else come up. It's like, they were being very polite about it. So I don't know if they weren't like, but like, last month when I was prepping it and pushing it, everyone was excited. So would you ask people why they didn't? I'm always afraid to do that. Like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, why not? Just say, hey, I'd love to get your feedback and insight onto in this. What about is specifically what made it a no when initially it was a yes?
Okay.
Because the
And
worst thing
maybe-
you're going to say is price, right? And that has no bearing on you or your business because
Yeah.
it's your personal choice. So it's good insight.
And maybe I misunderstood. I'm like, did I misunderstood that they were like a yes versus, ooh, I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like, I love Hocus Pocus, but, so I put them on the list, or maybe, I don't know.
I think that's normal.
Right.
And I know that a lot of people are saying across the board, they're seeing that same thing where they had a ton of interest. And then
Okay.
like we begged them to release the price last week because they weren't going to do it. They were going to do it today. And we were like, y'all,
No, thank you.
no, some people
Yeah.
have like 50 people that have filled out this pre-order form and we need to know ahead of time. Like there's not enough time between Thursday when you release this information and Monday when it goes live. So, we pushed pretty hard for them to release that early, and thankfully they threw us that bone. But I think that's fairly normal. I mean, it is a higher price point. It just is. But if you look
And-
at, I know I shared it on Ohana and you saw it, Erin, yesterday. That is just prices for stuff like this, like the lounge fly
Yeah, the
bag.
backpack.
I bought a Harry Potter one. I carried it with me in those couple days where were we at? Universal. And I haven't used it again since then. Like I bought it for marketing and that's it.
Yeah.
But you also, if you ask them what their reasoning was and it's price, write their name down still, because what do we know of products that we have more of? If it doesn't sell out, or if there's a sale at another time and the price
Oh,
goes
okay.
down, you can then follow up with them again.
I love that.
There's also the opportunity for, I know licensed products, we cannot offer them as free and half price. However, we have the opportunity to swap out stuff. So you cannot give them their warmer at half off, but if there's other products within their party that matches that price, put that in as the free and then put their warmer in as the full price. So technically they're still getting their product free. You just can't enter it that way into the workstation. So there's still the opportunity to offer that party or whatever the link, whatever you want to call it, however they want to do it. I mean, it gets kind of tricky with host rewards when you're using licensed products, because you do have to have things shipped kind of together to be able to truly swap it out. You have to manually enter in those orders in order to be able to swap it out.
Okay.
But you can get creative with
Yeah.
it. So I wouldn't not offer it as a party. Like I would still say, do you have a couple friends that want it too? Or, still use it as an opportunity for free or half price, but just know that you're going to have to get creative with how all those orders are entered. And so you're going to want to have control over how they're entered and where everything is shipped. Does that make sense?
That does. And I should say, I was very, like my harvest order, I had like almost $1,500 on September 1st from so many people ordering. So I feel like my little group of, VIP customers, like just did all that. And now this comes. All right.
And I think something to keep in mind too is if somebody wants it, they're gonna get it. If they're a super fan, like they're gonna come hell or high water, they're gonna have that piece of memorabilia for their displays. Can't speak from personal, Anyway, Alyssa, you had your hand raised.
Yes, I totally didn't want to interrupt any of you guys, but I think I know why we're having difficulties now with people signing up for the pre-orders and then backing out, because Walmart just launched a Hocus Pocus all black orange writing warmer, and it's like
Awful.
under $20.
Yeah.
It looks horrible,
Yeah.
but a lot of people see that and they go, well, it's a warmer and it's Hocus Pocus. So I feel like that, and that being a highlight, like if you go on their website right now online, that's the first thing that shows, and that's the first thing people are talking about. So I feel like that might be pulling from the highlight of ours.
They'll be back when their house burns down. It's fine.
Stop. Don't put that on anybody, Maggie. We don't wish ill fires on anyone, but we do offer a safer product,
Yeah.
iPhone has your hand raised.
It's Meg.
It's Meg. Okay.
Is it?
It just says iPhone on the thing.
That I just jumped on because I'm in my prep at work, but talking about the Hocus Pocus warmer, when the price came out, talking like for Erin's question, I did have a couple of people that were like, yeah, that's pricey. But I offered them, like if they got it, I was like, if you choose to get this warmer still, I'll throw you in the Hocus Pocus fragrance on me. And they're like, all right, sign me up. So just because of that price, they're still hearing free. So they're like, okay. So as long as they got that, they're like, all right. And listen, $6.50, whatever it is not gonna make or break me for a couple orders. So Erin, if you want to try that, and then Alyssa's thing with the Walmart thing, I mean, it's Scentsy or Walmart. I just think the cool thing with that thing is if people are talking about that, like we got to design it with like Disney, right? Like we have the back shadow. Like I don't think that warmer competes with Scentsy's warmer. But yeah, and like Maggie said, like I'm not gonna say your house burning down, but they don't warm to low temperatures like ours. Like you put your hand in that wax, like you're probably gonna get burned.
I'm also a little bit shocked that Disney has a warmer with Walmart and a warmer with us. I'm a little bit shocked by that.
Yeah.
So I have to wonder about their copyright situation with Walmart.
Off though, because like I said, it's like all black and then in orange writing says Hocus Pocus. So it's not really like as branded as the Disney line that we have, but it's like Walmart's, it's Walmart. So Walmart's kind of look. So it probably will, hopefully not, but cause issues with people. But it is what it is. I mean, Walmart's trying poorly, but they're
Look at it, I compare it to when you have someone with a knockoff like purse versus the actual purse. So
yep.
You can't compete.
Mentioning the Disney trademark, I just saw today for the first time that commercial for the Pure, P-U-R, air freshener, and it has all these Disney fragrances. I don't know if you've seen it. I had never seen it, and it was kind of like another Disney thing with home fragrance.
Yeah. So I actually know someone who used that and she switched to Scentsy because the Pure didn't last long. Like she was spending all this monthly and she was like, it doesn't even last long. So she actually switched to the wall fan diffuser after I was like, did you try Scentsy? And she's amazed by it. And she's like, and I love that it's a nightlight. So that's what I heard about that Pure thing. And it's expensive.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't even look into it yet.
And I think experience will just let people know the right choice, So using the launch on Monday as a topic of like bringing up the $22 kit, what are some things that you guys are saying, even if you're not talking about Hocus Pocus as an investment opportunity back in the kit? Does that make sense? How are you guys talking about the kit? Is the question.
Alyssa literally just got 6 teamies under our team. She's doing phenomenal. And she got them all in under 3 days. So you need to talk to Alyssa.
All right, girl, spotlight.
Actually, because I don't know. I didn't want to steal from my own customers because I'm finally making a steady commission. So I reached out to all of my single moms, and every single one of them, when I asked them, hey, are you looking for a chance to get money? I made this much last month. I'm going to help you do this, work as a team. Every single one of them, I didn't think anyone would respond, but they all said yes. I mean, they joined in a heartbeat. And so far, my girls they've already booked 3 parties each almost. So they've already sprung. And these are women who have never tried Scentsy before. We did a Zoom call. They learned about the products. They're all buying. It's really cool to see how they're branching off already within less than a week span.
But that's because of you. Like, doing a phenomenal job.
Do their launch party first, like you can do it on your website. And then it transfers all the PRV to them after. Like basically it's like flipping their party, have them do their party first. Like basically you'll help them do a launch party and then use your host credit their host credit toward that $22 join. So, and I know you can do it for, either of the kits. Like I think you can do it for the $99 kit one too, as long as they are linked as the host on that party. When they go to sign up on your website, it will link it and you can still flip them that PRV. Does that make sense? So the only way that you can use, but you have to use, if they do the $99, they would not use host credit for that. They would sign up on their own and then the PRV would flip. But if you're going to sign up using the host exclusive kit, whether that, because I think you can do the $22 join for the host exclusive one, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I assumed it was just the host exclusive kit.
When I had a different join special, I had to call into customer service after she joined with the $20 kit like a year ago. And then they flipped the PRV to her from that, but you have to do the online enrollment and then flip it afterwards.
Okay, so it's still an option. So whether they choose the 99 or the 22, they do that on your website and then call into support.
Yeah, they just can't use their credit. Only for the 59 is what I've seen.
Okay. Thank you for that. That's good clarification. But then that gets them that good start too. You're helping show them how to run their launch party, and then that flipping that PRV, they were all their customers anyway, right? And so that helps them launch their business successfully. So that's a really good point. Cool. All right, how else are we talking about the opportunity? Extra income? Another stream of income, right? Free product. How are you guys talking this month about it?
I've been talking about schools.
Personally,
what? Did you get cut off? Oh no, is it me?
Alyssa, I think that was you. I think, and then Kaylin said, sorry, there's kids in the background. She had forgotten to remute herself. So I think Alyssa, was that you that was talking?
Yeah, I said school sports. I've been with the kids getting back into school sports and with football and everything coming up, people tend to spend more money, tickets, stuff like that. So I've been branching out for those.
Yeah, club fees, equipment, all that. That's good. That also presents an opportunity for fundraisers too. If club sports are looking to raise funds, that's a great opportunity to start running fundraisers. That's a good point too.
I just got real personal with my life story, which I was really hesitant, just because, you know, like, I think sometimes we think our personal lives, like, it should stay personal, but I had to share with my VIPs, you know, like, what my Scentsy commission was doing for my family. And long story short, I have spent my entire summer getting my oldest son, who is 6 or will be 6 in November, evaluated. I just felt like, you know, something was off there a little bit, and it turns out he has anxiety and he got diagnosed with ADHD. So anybody that knows, those evaluations are not paid for by insurance. It's all out of pocket. All the OT sessions that I've been doing over the summer, it's all out of pocket. So, I said, because of Sensi and because of my VIP, I am blessed that like I don't have to charge that. I can just pay it off right away. So that really got the communication going with some of my friends saying like, is it really this easy, posting on Facebook? And I'm like, yes, literally. It's, if you have 20 minutes to scroll around bedtime, girl, you got time to business. So that's really how I've been doing it and communicating it. And if I see somebody in my party who's hosting, I'll message them and be like, you have a knack for like communicating, like you really be awesome at this. So I have about 5 girls right now that are thinking about it, that are asking me questions every day. But I think the biggest thing is when you're trying to get people to join is do not push them. Like,
Right.
Don't send them 1,000 paragraphs a day, don't like ask a question and they don't answer you, let it sit there. They'll get back to you when they're ready.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I have seen a huge turnaround in my PRV personally, and also with, getting more people underneath me and trying to expand.
Awesome. Katie has a really good technique. Sorry, I caught you off guard. Sucker. You have a really you've been more intentional with how you are having conversations and who you're looking for as far as new teammates go. Do you want to share that real quick?
Yeah, sure. So Ariel and I kind of spoke a little bit last month about maybe kind of like a little bit of a shift around this topic. And something I kind of stood back and did was, we all know to make the list, right? Like the people that your scary list, the people that you might be able to benefit. They might see the value immediately with maybe extra streams of income, etc. But what I kind of stepped back and started looking at was people's already established behavior on social media and what they are already comfortable doing and what they're not. Because we can teach everything about the products, we can teach everything about how to sell, etc. But what we can't sometimes teach is that new behavior, that new comfort necessarily that is immediate, that kind of comes with that first account of success. And that's not to say that someone who's not comfortable on social media won't find success. Like, please don't mishear me here. But what I wanted to kind of see were those already established behaviors that I could come in and partner and show them how this would value with what they are already doing. So it kind of meshed with, oh, this just fits into the wheel that's already moving, versus having to over word vomit, if you will, about sharing how starting this, and this will start to benefit your life. If I hear that as a consumer, I'm already out, right? Where it's like, hey, I'm already busy. I have already established behaviors. If something can come along and fit in that, where it produces extra income or adds values through travel or etc., all of the wonderful etceteras we have, my ears are a lot more perked. So there's a couple things I did in that posturing was think of yourself as the consumer. How do you like to be spoken to? What makes you hit the buy button on social media? We've all done it. I mean, I'm bleeding Amazon today. I mean, we all do it. And so as a consumer, what makes me stop and actually hit the buy button versus add to cart and leave it? These are kind of like behaviors that you can see, like who's actively already on their stories, maybe sharing about their pumpkin spice. I mean, I don't know. On the daily, who's already sharing these behaviors so comfortably, right? Because this is something that can just fit into their lifestyle. And so a few buzzwords I like to use with them too are, I posture the opportunity as a personal portal. Are you interested in your own Sensi portal where you're going to get paid back for what you're already purchasing? And now you'll also have the ability to earn free and half priced items all the time, not just when you're hosting a party. Buzzwords in there for me as a consumer, there was a lot of buzzwords in there for me that would get me to say yes. Now that might be different for all of us on this call, which is really cool. That's worth sharing buzzwords for, like what my buzzword might be is different from Ariel, different from Maggie, different from Brandy. And so that's what coming together and brainstorming these words is very important, because we want to make sure that we're not just concentrating on one factor, right? Like for for a lot of people right now, an extra stream of income is very enticing, but it might not be for everybody. A lot of people might already be established enough that maybe they're looking for the girlfriend connection. Maybe they're looking for a way to travel because that's one of the first things that had to get taken off people's extra lists right now, right? And so sitting down and maybe reposturing how we're thinking about talking about the opportunity, really, I think everybody would say yes. Sometimes it's just about how we deliver the news, deliver the opportunity. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I muted myself. I was saying, yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what we talked about, kind of those already established behaviors, because I think that, and it's not just about us, right? That's something we always need to remember. This is not about us.
Mhm.
This is about the others as well. So you really are helping that individual by highlighting what they are already doing that can help them make an extra stream of income, can help them make time in their already busy schedule for girlfriend time this way, right? Sitting in our own homes for an hour. You really are doing them a service by picking up on what they're already doing and telling them how you can sprinkle more value on it.
I love that so much. And, even though we've talked about it before, there were still some new things that I wrote down. Like, okay, I'm thinking of myself as the consumer. What do I look for? Yeah. Those are interesting things to think about as you move forward. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
So how many of you have ever been caught up in the I don't sell, I share commentary inside your nugget? Well, I'm not gonna tell you why it is, but for me, it's because I always have, not always, a lot of times, because there are so many icky salespeople, I don't want to be caught up in the same bubble as them. So I don't sell like they do, but I still sell, right? You are still a salesperson, and you know what? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, because in selling, in taking care of your customers, you also serve them. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, that you're not an icky salesperson, you're just a super rad salesperson serving your people, I think that helps shift a lot of the mindset in business too, because so often I used to find myself timid and afraid of making the big, bold offers, asking people if they wanted to buy, host, join, or even just following up with them, because I didn't want to feel like I was a burden and spamming them and just being that icky person that some people have made this stigma, no, it's not stigmatism. The stigma around. Yeah, sometimes I try to add extra, letters on words and make my own. I know it's a real word. That's not the point. But if you look at it from a different, say you're an exercise and health and well-being coach, right? You're not going to stop posting about the healthy things you're doing, the exercise that you're doing on the daily, the foods you're prepping, the recipes you're making for your family, because that's just like too healthy. I can't be that healthy in my business and in my life as this exercise influencer. That's the same as saying I'm not salesy, I share, right? Do you understand the connection there? So I think oftentimes when we get caught up in that cycle, it leads us down this ugly rabbit hole. So I don't know if that's a shift that would help you guys in your business as well. But I know that's definitely helped me with, okay, I sell and I serve. I make sure my people are taken care of, and I help them get what they need and they want, because we do sell amazing consumable products, and I'm there for them, how they need me, right? So I think that's a fun shift to be able to how many twos can I say in one sentence? It's a 2-2 kind of day. That's a fun shift to be able to make in your business, in your mindset, to help prevent the block and the stop of the potential growth that you have without limiting yourself going forward, right? Mm-hmm. Does anybody have a personal, I don't sell story they want to share with the class?
Honestly, I'm going to go real quick because I have to get back to teaching. But start listening to my PA. I don't even I just call them my friends now, because I feel like I've gotten to actually know them. And when they comment, I just don't I actually have conversations in the comments. Like I have some comments that will like string down, but like I get to know them. You know, even like people with parties, I will comment back like they are my best friend. And honestly, I've gotten a lot of people that are like, you are really like so easy to connect with. Like, I feel like I've known you for years. And it's really helped my sales. So I would just say, don't treat them like a customer, treat them like your friend.
That's a good reminder, because that's we're network marketers, right? Our goal is to build our network and grow our community, not necessarily so that every single person will buy from us or join our team, but to have a network of people who are supporting us. I think that's the most important thing that we forget that we need is the support. Yeah, I can go out and get sales, but are they going to be repeat customers? Are they going to refer me? Are they maybe not going to buy from me because it doesn't fit in with their lifestyle, but they're going to tell their friend who they know loves Scentsy or fragrance to come buy from me because they feel that connection? It's a really important foundational thing that people often forget about, because it's not just a transaction. They're people too, right? Oftentimes I find myself not purchasing again from a not necessarily just like a big box business, but from other salespeople because I am treated like a number. So if you don't like being treated like that as a consumer, it's a good idea to make sure that your business reflects that. Yeah.
That's how I've been feeling lately. I decided to order from one of my best customers. She sells some makeup products, and I placed an order on her website. I didn't hear from her for like 2 weeks before, and then I don't know how their business works, but I didn't get my product for almost a month, like one single product. And then I got a little note in the mail saying like, thanks, but she never acknowledged it. And I was surprised because she spends like $500 a month with me. And so I like really took into consideration the fact that like when I slack off on saying thank you to customers or even just acknowledging an order, I realized like I need to be better about that, because I didn't like the way it felt to buy something that was only $17, but like that's my $17 I could have spent at Walmart for $3.
Right. And that'll help set you apart too.
Yeah.
That's what makes us different, is being able to have that personal connection. So how else are you guys working your business this week going into this weekend?
I feel like I'm extra chatty today. Sorry.
Perfect.
But my family, me and my husband and my kids are going to the coast this weekend, thanks to Scentsy. And so I'm going to use that for my sharing, not selling, but about the join special. So I have to find the link to the income disclosure, because I'm going to try to talk about how we get to go on a last minute vacation just based off of my commission.
That's awesome. I love that.
For anybody that is doing reels, or the reels lovers, if you're looking to kind of get it out there beyond just your network, don't forget Taylor Swift has a very top selling song called I'm Feeling 22.
Stop it.
I made mine yesterday. I'm posting it today. It's super easy.
Yeah, you
super
did.
easy to do. It's like 4 seconds. So if you are not in the reels game yet, this is a great one to try because it's super quick, super easy. You can even just hold up your hands like I'm feeling 22. Talk about it. You can hold if you have the classic curve warmer, I'm feeling 22. There's lots of different ways. It's super non-intimidating. It is legitimately, I think it was 4 seconds. So hop in there and try it.
Okay. I forget about things like that sometimes. I'm going to like put a reminder in my phone after lunch. I'm going to do this. So simple. How many of you do reels regularly? How many of you are intimidated of doing reels?
So I did a 30-day reels challenge last month where you do like 1 reel a day. And I totally got out of the habit after on our retreat when we went. But like up to that point, I was doing 1 a day, and I was seeing a lot more traction in like all of my posts, but I also I mean, most of them weren't even about Scentsy. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 about Scentsy. The rest I've been doing about just like life and momming and all that. But like setting that, I don't know, challenge for myself to do one a day made it a lot easier to like jump in and do it. Cause it's really not hard. And if you can get over the idea of like thinking you look dumb or whatever it is that, you know, you think people are going to think about you, they don't. So it's not your business what other people think about you.
It's
You've got to
not.
figure out, you know, what's going to work best for you. And the more people feel like they know you, the more they will trust you to buy from you.
Yes.
So
Oh,
that's kind of
yeah, I have a question.
do it.
I'm on your personal page. I see all the stuff that you do. Do you have a VIP page as well that you're posting on?
Me,
You do?
yes, I
Okay.
have a VIP page. Yes,
Okay.
for my
'Cause I'm always
customer.
wondering how, like, if we are posting more on our personal page or doing reels on our personal thing, does it drive traffic to your group page as well, or just your personal page?
Just
That
my
makes sense.
personal page. Well, and unfortunately, Instagram doesn't have reels linked to Facebook. So
Okay.
you have to then post your reel, like you have to download it and then post it to Facebook. So my Instagram page looks very different from my Facebook page.
Maggie, my reels go to my Facebook whenever I do
Yeah.
them on
I don't know
Instagram.
why.
On that, when you're making your reel, you can toggle the little thing to say share to Facebook.
It is. It just doesn't go.
Just this. Oh,
Maybe
that's
I need
weird.
to update it or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, mine do. And so then Erin, you can just, if you do it that way, you can share it into your group so that your group people, if they're not friends with you, then they can still see it.
Yeah, you can also, if you're just on Instagram and it doesn't cross post like mine and Maggie's, you can just share the link to the reel in your VIP group. So it's like, hey, come hang out with me on Instagram too. This is where the real stuff happens. Get it? I'm also doing a 30-day challenge right now too. And so I was just before the call, I was making a reel about making bread. And so it doesn't have to be about Scentsy, and it shouldn't all be about Scentsy, because that's not who you are. You are not the product. You are not the business. That is a part of who you are, right? But who are you as a person? And so I included a podcast link in the chat here, and it's with Kristen Boss and Brock Johnson. And if you don't follow either of them on Instagram, highly recommend. But Brock Johnson is all about Instagram and what's happening and what's new and how to work it for your business. And this gives really awesome ideas and content creation, and how 1/3 of it is just recycled content that he's already made that he just reshares. 1/3 is new stuff, like fun little kitschy things, and 1/3 is like live, raw, real things. And so listen, it's just go listen to it. It's so good. But yeah, I'm doing a 30-day challenge too, started on September 1st. And since there's only 30 days in September, it really makes it easy to keep track. But since so many of you are uncomfortable, yes, I will put the link in our newsletter. Since so many of you are uncomfortable doing reels, can I challenge you to do a reel today or tomorrow? I'm giving you a time limit, right? Just to get out of your comfort zone, to try something new. And worst case, do the fun thing Katie suggested about feeling 22. Join special. Boom. So good. So good. Because I will be jumping on that train. Okay? All aboard. Woo woo. Hogwarts Express. Anyway. What else do you feel like you guys need help with? Do you need help with like specific verbiage when you're making posts about the Join Special? Do you want help with how to talk to current team members, or even customers who maybe haven't purchased in a while? Things to say to maybe get them back. There's nothing really off limits here. There might be some off limits things.
So one thing that I've done that I've found some success in, I haven't done it this month, but in the past I have. I need to do it this month. It's on my list. I actually took screenshots the other day. So I always have like an online party on my website always, and I close them out. I don't actually close them out. I take them off of my PWS when they hit 500, because I would rather have 8 parties of 500 than 1 party of 3,000. Is that the math?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's not it, but you know,
4,000.
I think we're all on the same page.
4,000. Anyway.
We don't math here.
No, not well. I would rather have multiple parties of 500 than one large party because you get more half price items. And I use my half price items for scent circles that I send in my thank you mail. Anyway, so I went to go close out my orders and get my harvest products and all of my fall bars for my wax wall. Like I don't pay for those. I save up my parties over the summer and then I use my free and half offs to fill up that wall and get my scent circles. So I literally had like $800 in free product 2 weeks ago. Like, what is the best part of Scentsy that you didn't know about before you joined? I didn't know about that before I joined. I knew that there would be commissions and I knew I would make money that way, but I didn't know that I was going to get my stuff for free. That's the discount. There's not well, now you're a consultant, so you get this percentage discount off your products. No, it's better. It's free and half price. It's better than a discount. If you want a discount on your stuff, join Scentsy Club. Like, you're probably better as a customer if you just want to get a little coupon to use on your products every month. You know, if you want to get your stuff for free and half price because you're going to share Scentsy with all of your friends and family, you should be a consultant then. That is the perk to being a consultant, not even the commissions. Yeah, it's great. But like, I don't pay for my Scentsy, you know?
Yeah.
That's like the best part. I don't pay for my Scentsy. I can have whatever warmer I want. I can have all the laundry stuff I want. I don't pay for my counter clean that I like the stuff that I use in my home. I get that stuff for free and half price. I mean, I guess I pay for the other half of the half off anyway. But you know what I mean? Like hundreds of dollars in free stuff every month, just from people ordering from my website, just from people sending me their orders that I'm going to put in. Like that is the best part about being a consultant. That is something that is attainable for others to imagine. If I share my paycheck, people can't wrap their mind around what it takes to get there.
Right.
I've been doing this for 10 years. I worked my butt off for years and years and years to build the foundation that I have and the group that I have and the customer base that I have. You can't wrap your mind around that before you even join. You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can wrap your mind around is these are the orders that were placed on my website last month. Now I'm cashing in on the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
This is the consultant discount. Show them that. They can wrap their minds around that. Even a $500 commission check, they can't wrap their minds around before they join. They just can't.
Right.
I might share it on my VIP page. I might share it in my stories.
Uh-huh.
I might share it on an actual post to be like, I have however much in free Scentsy. How should I spend it? Like, this is the best part. And you could spend $22 this month and you get to do the same thing that I'm doing.
Yep.
Like $22 to be able to cash in on all of these rewards when you close out, parties. So that's how I usually like to word things, because that's something that someone that is not in any frame of mind ready to grasp the entire business model, they can wrap their minds around free and half price products.
Yeah. I love that so much. That's such a good thing to write down and use. Rachel, what's up, girl?
Okay, trying to figure out how to mute myself because I'm on my phone. So this weekend I'm going to be spending, so a little backstory. I was a director and then I just kind of took a step back. So I'm back down to superstar consultant. I'm getting back into everything. And I actually had a couple of my downline roll up to my front line. So this weekend I'm going to reach out to everyone I've reached out to a few people and I have coaching calls today. And then I've been watching getting a system in place on YouTube to get some ideas off of that. But I just found out Amy isn't going to be, or I call her Amy. I know it's AMI, but no, Amy's my personal assistant that I used to use. So what do you guys use? And some of the people, I haven't even talked to because I've just taken a step back for so long that I don't even know. they're going to see me in their inbox and be like, who is this crazy lady? So I want to see if they're still interested, but I don't want to like I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know what to say to them either, because it's like, well, why hasn't she talked to me so long? She must have been doing this, and just not talking, which wasn't the case at all. But
I think being as honest as you're comfortable with being is a good idea. Because you know what you've gone through, and what you want them to know about that is up to you. Just say, hey, you may have noticed that in your workstation, I am now listed as your
sponsor.
Yeah, your sponsor.
But
So
I'm not on director anymore. Yeah.
right. So you might notice that you've rolled up to me. I just wanted to take a second, say hi, introduce myself, and just maybe leave it at that. Even ask how they're doing. Ask what they love most about Scentsy.
Okay.
Keep it simple. You don't have to explain if you don't want to, but just acknowledge that there's been a change made. Say hi and get to know them.
Okay, perfect. So I'll individually message everybody, but what is also the best
Follow up
method that you use? I was watching someone said Trello. I haven't really looked into that yet. Or is there another?
What were you using Amy for? Like how were you using Amy for your follow-ups? Like, were you checking in with your team through Amy? Hey, you ordered 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months ago? Like, did you have it scheduled out on a schedule? I guess a schedule. Like, was it on like a drip? How were you using Amy? Because if you can kind of explain how you're using it, there are all kinds of other ways. I've never used Amy. I didn't like it.
Okay.
She told me
I
what to
liked
do,
it
and I
for
like
so I would just talk to or email from my business email to consultants, because we actually had a very small group, and then it got really overwhelming, and I only had 6 frontline, and then now somehow I have 46, I think.
That's awesome.
Has rolled up to me. I have somewhere along this, I wrote them all down to separate them, and I've messaged the few that were in my Facebook group, or on my Facebook page, but I used Amy for editing the emails to send as follow-ups to my customers. So I used that a lot because it let me put those links and stuff in there that they could click on and kind of auto-filled. But then I would personally message my customers. So it was more of like building a relationship. So they would get those emails to follow. It was more of did you receive your order type? And then on the side, it would be a personal message later on. So it wasn't all like the same.
So when you were overseas, you only used it for the email purposes, right? Because you didn't text them.
Yeah, because I wasn't able to do that. Or if they were on my Facebook, I'd kind of have like a copy and paste if they'd received their order. But that would be after, asking how they were. So I just need something that can be really simple, mostly for the consultants too, because I'm also trying to build a system when it comes to training, because I had something in place and I still have that file. I just didn't, I need to implement it more and maybe make some changes to it.
So do you prefer to text? Do they prefer to text or email?
Oh, I guess I could ask them first. I could make like a Google Doc asking if they want me to reach out and text or email.
Or what do you prefer?
Probably, I don't like either, but I do talk to text when I talk to everyone. So, I mean, I'll text, or I'll do an email, but I'll always talk into my phone. So it doesn't matter as long as I can talk into it.
So there is an app called Project Broadcast. It is a paid service. It's $15 a month, but it is a lifesaver. You can have templates already set up. And so you can say, okay, this is how I want to personalize it. Hey, first name, I wanted to check in to see how you dug your last order. What did you think? And so if you add that to them, because of how it's set up, you can have the dynamic field be their first name, and it auto inputs the first name.
Oh,
So you have
perfect.
the template set up. Hey, I'm sending it to this person, and you can schedule. And it can be the same thing for your team too, following up with your team. Hey, happy Tuesday. How you doing? What's your goal?
Yeah, okay.
So
That's
project-
what I would like. Something that reaches out to them like once every 2 weeks, once a month, things like that. So
yeah, and that's something that you can schedule on your own. It won't auto schedule, but you can do drip campaigns.
oh, okay.
Too. There is a lot that you can do in Project Broadcast. So I don't want to overwhelm you with all the details here, but at the very basic level, it is an easy text service that you can use to schedule and personalize while still being able to send the same message to a lot of people.
Okay. Yep, that's what I need.
Cool.
I will look into that one. Thank you.
Cool. All right, guys, we have like 2 minutes left. Is there anything else that people are needing? Oh, some people said they had to jump off. Dean's driving, just reached out to 2 of customers that changed their mind about getting Hocus Pocus. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and tell them you can keep them on the wait list for the future. I love that. Love that. All right, Alyssa?
Listen, I need help hiding these packages from my soon-to-be husband. We get married next month, so
Hey.
need help hiding these packages because I swear if I have my whole center of I have a table that lifts up, my coffee table lifts up, and on the inside it's stored just all scents. And if I bring home any more and he sees it, like I'm gonna be on investigation discovery.
I think the best option is use it as quickly as you can.
Because I'm sure he's like another one. I'm like, okay, but I got like $300 worth of stuff for $50.
Right? I
It's a
mean,
good deal.
that is a seller for me.
Yeah. Like,
that's so fun. Does anybody have anything else? No? Awesome. Well, we have like 40 seconds. We're going to end 40 seconds early, guys. What a dream.
Thanks for letting us join you, Ariel. This was fun.
Oh my gosh, I really appreciate it. And each week is just a little bit different. Sometimes we have like, you know, it's all based on the vibe of the week. Whatever you guys need, we're here for. So I love that you guys are joining us. Really appreciate your input and your conversation. You guys are wonderful. And I'll make sure you guys get the replay link too. So anybody who has a day job or appointments or was just conflicting schedules, you guys can watch the replay. All right, guys, have an awesome week. See you later. Bye.
Bye.